Hamilton Accies 1, Partick Thistle 2. Welcome back to Fog Football. We had Championship, Scottish Championship action tonight at New Douglas Park. Over 1,000 people attended. There was a recording of -8. It's pretty cold. Most places here, to be brutally honest, man. But let's actually just address, should this game have went ahead or not. We've seen post-match Mitchell and Partick Thistle's goalie actually discuss that it shouldn't have went ahead because there was parts of the box and other bits of the pitch that were rock hard. Now, obviously, I mean, grass isn't the softest thing ever, right? But the reality is we see head knocks all the time. We see players go for headers, tackles, they land on their back, they land on their head, they land on their arm, they land on their legs, right? It happens at any level of football. The last thing you want to be doing is landing on frozen hard grass, because that may as well be concrete, right? I mean, we've all fell on concrete and, well, maybe not all of us have banged our head. I mean, I've banged my head on concrete, man. I've slipped and banged my head and, most parts of my body on concrete. It's sore, and also if you bang your head, you're looking at a serious, serious injury. So I can understand the Partick Thistle's goalie's problem with this, because, is this a case of, he didn't really accuse the pitch, the pitch crew of any wrongdoing. It's probably just shouldn't have been. I mean, they're trying their best to get this game ahead. I mean, there's already enough games over this recent period getting cancelled. They want to try and get this pitch ready. But the reality is, it comes from the higher ups, doesn't it? And yeah, I feel like it probably should have been called off. But anyway, let's talk about the game of football, shall we? Partick Thistle coming off the back of 2 defeats. They really needed a win. They did, in fact, get a win. But in terms of the first half, it was 0-0. There wasn't really much going on. I mean, both sides had chances in this first half. But it did remain goalless. Had shots from Smith, for Hamilton, Shaw as well. Brian Graham was a wee bit quiet in the first half. I've always wondered why Brian Graham never gets a move to the Premiership. You know what I mean? It seems like he's been at Partick. I mean, how long's this guy been at Partick Thistle? I'm not going to say I'm all clued up with Brian Graham, but Jesus Christ, he should have done something. Could have done something else. We also seen a shot with Bannikin deflect over and get a corner kick. We then cut to the second half because it was pretty poor. So yeah, we've seen a decent start to the second half from a Hamilton perspective. It's still games just came on the back. Oh, it's the new episodes. Oh, I don't like the new episodes. I mean, they're alright, but nothing touches the old ones. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, Hamilton, they get a corner. I believe it was Macbeth at the back. He flicks it down into quite a lot of space here. And Tumulty sticks it, low-driven effort, right into the back of the net. Yeah, and to be honest, I don't really think Mitchell could have done anything about this. I think it would be extremely harsh to criticise him for that. And then Ollie Shaw, his career's definitely derailed, hasn't it? He should have, he really should have. His header goes wide of the back post. And then Tommy forced Davy Mitchell again to make another great save and to prevent it being 2-0. So Hamilton really should have been out of sight here. It really should have been 3-0 to Hamilton. But Brian Graham does what he does. Ball whipped in. He gets in amongst the 3 defenders at the back, puts it right into the back of the net. And you can even see from the images, man, that pitch looks frozen. You know what I mean? They were talking about after the game, Michael Stewart was on about here. Was the pitch any worse tonight than what it normally is? Because obviously he's having a wee dig at AstroTurfs, but the reality is, fuck that. I'm kind of baffled. But then we saw the substitute, Ben Stanway. Ball falls to him. He shoots for the edge of the box. Pretty much this wrapped up. It was it wasn't last chance. It was the 82nd minute at the end of the day. But what a finish! And here, I think he was literally on the pitch about 5 minutes. Hamilton's. Sounds like a bloody funeral directors or something. Bury your loved ones with Hamilton's. Anyway, hopefully they don't have Lewis Hamilton's car driving about, or else that body's going to get flung about. But anyway, Partick Thistle defeat Hamilton. It's good for them that they've actually managed to, avoid 3 defeats in a row, because that would have been utter shite for them. So that moves Partick Thistle up into 4th spot. They'll be kicking themselves though. I know it's everybody's maybes, but if they won the 2 games that they lost, they would be a point behind Falkirk. Albeit, Falkirk would still have 2 games in hand, but that's such a difference. But it's almost like with that result tonight, it's, well, I mean, I still think second's doable for her. I mean, if Falkirk collapsed, then maybe, but you look at Partick Thistle, you look at Queen's Park, Livy, losing a bunch of games in a row. Airdrie probably thankful their game against Falkirk got called off. When did their game get called off? It's like last week, wasn't it? Anyway, guys, that's it for your Scottish Championship action. Folk Football will be back soon with more content. Hell, might even go to a game tomorrow. Leave it down below your suggestions.